channel. Today's video is going to be a beginner's makeup kit. Now this video is going to be for all of those people out there who have never really touched makeup before and want a flawless face. And these are all the items that I would recommend. And you just sort of have to feel out what you want and your price range. Like all of this stuff bar one thing is drugstore. And the one thing that isn't drugstore is like $28 Australian. So it's quite cheap. So everything here is very affordable and is great. It will last you a while, and yeah. I've got a few things in this kit that if you're Australian, like myself, you can get. And if you're from somewhere else, you can also get, like America. So yeah, with the things that we only sell in Australia, I've got some dupes for, like similar things that you can get other places. There's only one thing here that we don't sell in Australia, but really it's the idea of it, not the actual product that I'm going for. So yeah, I'm going to start with foundation. Now I've got a few choices here just because there are different sorts of foundations that you can get. You can get a full coverage, a medium full coverage, a light medium coverage, a light coverage, a sheer coverage, and then you go into your BB creams and your CC creams. Now, if you're someone who's never touched makeup ever and you just want a sort of colour over the face, I would recommend a CC cream or BB cream. Now the one I've got here is my Max Factor CC cream. Now when I was 15, 16, 17, I wore a BB cream as well as foundations, depending on the desired coverage I wanted and everything. But now I'm more of the person who I will either do all makeup or nothing. So what I've got here is a CC cream. It's more full coverage than a BB cream. I don't know why, they just do it that way. I used to use, when I was at school, I would wear the BB cream from Garnier, and that I loved. Now I know there's a Chi BB cream that's meant to be really good, and I do plan on eventually going in and getting it. At the moment I'm going to stick with this CC cream for those lazy days and stuff like that. I do have a tutorial where I use this CC cream. It is my lazy girl makeup tutorial, and these are just really good to just apply with the fingers, and you can blend it out quite seamlessly. I have the shade Fair, and the number is 40, so I assume there's like a few lighter shades, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm also not sure if they stock this still. But if you go into your drugstore, you'll find a BB cream. Just find a shade that suits your skin colour and your skin type, because I know the Garnier ones have ones for oily skin, combination skin, and all that. So just choose one that's your colour, even if you have to mix and match maybe. I totally recommend BB creams. They're amazing for that light colour, just to put on your face to even out your skin tone. And CC creams are just as good, but they've got fuller coverage. So there's a bit of a variety there. I don't, personally, I don't own a BB cream. Being 20, I just don't see the point in a BB cream. Or a CC cream, to be completely honest with you. But I've still got the CC cream, and what I do, if I'm going out or going to work or something, I will put a full face makeup on. If I don't have the time, I'll make the time. It's just that simple, really. Now, if a BB cream or a CC cream is something that you don't want and you want a foundation that's more full coverage, I've got a few options. I've got the L'Oreal True Match. Now they've got quite a few different versions of this. I've had this one for quite a while, so this is probably the old packaging. But this one can be, it's like a light to medium coverage. It's really buildable and I love it. It was like the first foundation I ever really bought, and yeah, I got the wrong shade at one point. So if you're going to, with any of these foundations, I recommend colour matching on your jawline and your neck. Don't ever colour match on your arm. I think my thumb just went in my mouth. But don't ever colour match on your hand, your arm. If you're going to colour match on your arm, do it on like the lightest part of your skin, but I still wouldn't do that anyway, because just on your chin or your décolletage, that's where I would colour match the foundation, just because your hands and your arms are completely different colours to your skin and your face and your neck and your body, all that, because your arms see the most sun, whereas you try, and you're meant to, protect the face with sunscreen. So yeah, now we've got that out. So the L'Oreal True Match foundation is a great light medium coverage. It's got an SPF of 15, so if you're planning on doing flash photography, not a foundation I would really recommend. Something with 10 SPF is the most I would go if you are going for flash photography. So yeah, the True Match is super blendable, huge colour range. You've got your warm tones, your cool tones and your neutral tones. And then you've got a whole range of different colours in there. So yeah, that is the L'Oreal one. It's great for all different skin types. If you're super oily, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But you still could wear it if you wanted to. They've also got a L'Oreal True Match Lumi, or whatever that one is, which would be great for dry people because it gives you a little bit of luminous flush to it. Now, if you are super oily and you want a really matte foundation that is medium full coverage, I would recommend the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour Matte. This is an awesome foundation. This is like my holy grail foundation. I love it. I'm not sure if it's got flashback, but if it does, I do have a first impression, but I'll link that below, which in that I tell you if it has flashback or not. So this is a great, it's a high coverage, medium textured, and it is a matte formula. And it's got a interesting applicator. Just looks like that. So you just swipe it on the face all over and blend it out with your finger and then blend it out with the brush. And I love this. It's matte, it lasts so long, it's awesome. It's a great foundation. And it's got quite a large range of colours. So yeah, if you're going for a matte formula that is long wearing, I recommend this. Not sure about flash photography though. And then if you're going for a super long wear foundation it's got primer, foundation and your powder. So if you don't want to prime or set your foundation in place, I recommend this. If you've got very little time, this is like your go-to. Because this is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1, and it's got an SPF of 20. It is a all-day flawless coverage, long-lasting power of a primer, coverage of a concealer, and it is shine free. And it's actually what I'm wearing today. It's full coverage, it's amazing. I kind of think it's almost out of date, and I think I'm finished it. I can't be 100% sure on that one though. But yeah, I love this foundation. It's got a pump, so I love it. And it's just lovely. I love it. It's an awesome foundation. It's full coverage. It's not super matte, but it's not super drying. And I do have to tell you guys that I am normal combination, so I've got like an oily T-zone. In this, it's not doesn't make me too oily, but if I wear this for a couple hours, maybe like 9 hours, I do become a bit oily in my T-zone. So yeah, those are 3 different types of foundations that I would recommend, and I love them all. So you've got your different sorts of coverages. You've got your BBCC creams, which are great, I love them. And then you've got a light coverage foundation, and then you've got your medium, full, and your heavy coverage. So yeah, moving on to concealers. Now, I always recommend having 2 separate colours of concealer. One for covering blemishes. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I love this one. It covers my imperfections, and if you want like a little bit of coverage, you can easily just apply this and then apply a powder foundation over the top. So yeah, this one's amazing. I have been told that it is just like the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but because I don't use them for the exact same purpose as each other, because I do have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but because I don't use the Maybelline and the NARS at the same place, like underneath my eyes, I wouldn't know. So if you are light like myself, this is a perfect concealer to cover imperfections, even for anyone. But if you're pale like me, this doesn't have that many shades, so it's not going to be great for underneath the eyes. If you're not pale like myself, then this would be awesome for underneath the eyes, because this is light number 10 and it's amazing. So it's amazing for covering spots, and it might be good for covering underneath your eyes, I don't know. But as well as the blemish cover up concealer, I also recommend a highlighting concealer for underneath the eyes. So one that's a little bit lighter than your skin tone, but still is sort of the similar colour. Something that's not too light, because you don't want to look like you've got white underneath your eyes and then the rest of your face is dark. Because you just don't want that. So this is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I love this one. It's probably not the best concealer in the world for covering underneath the eyes, but it's just the purpose of it. That just what it does is what I'm trying to make out here. My favourite under eye concealers are the Urban Decay Naked Concealer and the MAC Pro Longwear, but they're quite expensive, and for beginner makeup kit I would recommend something from the drugstore. So even if you wanted to use the Maybelline one, which what I was saying before, I've heard that's really great. For someone like me, it's just not. The Maybelline Age Rewinds are really good for underneath the eyes also, and you can get them in brightener, and then you can also get it in light and fair. So they've got that range. So yeah, that's concealers. Now on to setting powders. I always recommend a coloured setting powder, just because if you want more coverage to your CC creams or like your light coverage foundations, I like a pressed powder. This is the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder. It's the best pressed powder I've ever had, and yeah, it's amazing. A bit pan on it. And if, like I was saying before, if you wanted to use the concealer that matches your skin tone on like any dark circles, like underneath the eyes, on blemishes, and then maybe on redness, and then you can put this over the top, and you've got a sheer coverage foundation that is great. And if you take this with you, it's quick and easy to touch up. Now moving on, the next product I've got is the Australis AC on Tour palette. Now this is a contouring and highlighting palette, and this is just amazing for setting concealer underneath the eyes, bronzing, contouring and highlighting the cheekbones. It's got all of them in it. This is the light one. I think it comes in, this is light medium I think, and then it also comes in medium dark. What I recommend is that you can use these 2 colours here, which this is beige and this is your banana shade. You can use those 2 shades to set your under eye concealer, because if you don't set underneath your eyes, what are you doing with your life? Because it comes creasy, everything smudges, like your mascara and everything, so I always just recommend setting your under eyes. So these 2 are amazing for it. I do use this in my beginner's foundation routine. So I'll link that below if it's already up. I'm not 100% sure if it will be. But yeah, so that's amazing. And then this shimmery colour here is a highlighter. It is a great highlighter just for applying on the top of your cheekbones, inner corner. It's like you could use this highlighter for your eye highlighters and your face highlighters. It's amazing. But because I've got so many highlighters, I don't seem to gravitate towards this. But if you're a beginner, shade here, amazing for highlighting. And then if you want to, you can use these 3 bronzing contouring colours here to bronze and contour up your face. So I plan on doing a video with this palette, and so if it's just to show you how to use all of these 6 colours. If it's up already, I'll link it below. If it's not already up, then just stay tuned for that, and it will be up soon. Just have to film it first. But yeah, so these 3 colours, are great for contouring and bronzing. This one in the middle here is a great cool toned contouring colour, and then the 2 shades either side of it, depending on your skin tone and how dark you want it, they're great for bronzing. This one's a bit oranger than this one, but they're still great. So that is the AC On Tour palette. I love that palette. I even have a backup of it, and I'm not even near hitting pan on some of the shades. So yeah, I love it. I love the banana and the beige shade. I use them like every single day to set underneath my eyes. Amazing. Okay, now for blush. As I said earlier, I do have, with some of the products that you can't get here in Australia, I've got a dupe for them for my Australian viewers. And if you're not from Australia, I've got some blush that is from America, or that you can get online, so it doesn't really matter. The first one is for my Australian viewers, and this is the Models Prefer blush, and this is in Desk to Date, and this is just a nice mauve blush. It's a great blush. It's perfect for everyday wear. It goes with a lot of things, and the pan is huge, and yeah, it's a little bit shimmery, so it's great for that because it's not too shimmery with like chunks of glitter, but it's not matte. So a lot of people like matte blushes, a lot of people like shimmery blushes. This is in between, and I love it. And then for my non-Australian viewers, because I'm not sure if you can get Models Prefer here. I'm not sure if Models Prefer is just an Australian brand or if it's a around the world brand. So Australis is an Australian brand also. You can probably get dupes for it in America. I'm not sure. But there's always the Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring palette, but that's a lot more expensive. But yeah, for my American viewers, the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. Yes, I know it's hyped about on YouTube, but it's amazing. It's a light pinky coloured blush, and it's super pigmented and goes with so many looks. Like, you could just use this blush for every single look. It's awesome. I have used it quite a bit, but I do have quite a lot of blushes, so yeah. But this is an amazing blush to start off with because you only need really one blush in your kit that suits every single look, and this is it. We can't actually get Milani here in Australia, so now on to brows. I have 2 things here. Now, first thing I recommend to everyone. I even recommend this to my mother. So yeah, but this is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and this is a little brow gel with fibres in it. It's got some little hair fibres in it, so it makes your brows look fuller and gives them colour. This comes in light, medium, or medium dark, or medium deep. This is medium deep. I love this. This suits my brown hair, my brown eyebrows. If you've got lighter brows than me, I would recommend the lighter one. So yeah, I love this. If you're going for that no makeup look, and just, I always recommend you need to have something in your brows, always. So Benefit Gimme Brow, amazing thing. Maybe a little bit more on the pricier side. I know Essence have a similar version. Not sure if how good it is, but I know this one is amazing and I love it, and to die for. I love it. And Benefit, I know you can get all around the world, so no matter where you are, you've always got Benefit Gimme Brow. Now I've finished one of them, and this is my second one, and I've got a third one hidden away. So yeah. But yeah, so the next brow product you can only get in Australia, so I'm really sorry guys, but it is the Chi Chi High Definition Brow Pencils. It's got a brush on one end and a pencil, and I love these pencils. I use the darker one on my tail and the lighter one on here on the front, and they just create a little bit more definition to the brows and more shape. If you want to change up your shape, these are awesome for it. I know like you can get many different brow pencils, but I recommend the Chi Chi ones above all. And I always recommend like a brow pencil is amazing because they're quick and easy to apply. Not as quick as the Benefit Gimme Brow, but yeah. Now for eyeshadows. I have two palettes here. One's a Chi Chi palette and one is a L'Oreal palette. I'll start with the L'Oreal palette because that's one that you can get all around the world. This is the L'Oreal La Palette Nude, and it's in beige, and you can make so many different looks with it. It comes with a brush in here with like a sponge tip applicator and a brush applicator on either side. And the mirror in here is amazing. I hope I'm not... Yeah, so that's the mirror. It's amazing. And you can make quite a few different looks with this. You've got a dark grey black colour, 6 matte colours and 4 shimmery colours, 4 matte brown colours that can go in your crease. So you've got those gradient of matte browns that you can put in the crease for a great smoky eye. A matte highlighter and a shimmery highlighter. This shimmery highlighter you can also put all over the eye. And then you've got a yellowy gold colour, and then just like a shimmery brown colour. So you can make quite a few different looks with this. You can make a whole matte look, you can make a shimmery matte look. It's completely up to you, and the mirror is awesome. And it's quite small also, quite nice and sleek compared to the Chi Chi one. It just is that. It's about $30 I think, maybe, but it's still great. And then the Chi Chi one is just that little bit cheaper, but you can only really get it in Australia or online. And this is the Chi Chi Bronzers palette. I do have the Chi Chi Nudes, but the Bronzers one is my favourite. And the Nudes one is a lot like the beige from the L'Oreal one. But yeah, this palette comes with 2 sponge tip applicators on either side. Like they're like this big. I chuck them as soon as I get them. What's the point in them? All colours in here are shimmers, so you don't really have any colours for the crease, like for a matte crease, but that's what the Nudes one is for. But I love all of these colours, and they've got quite a large range of Chi Chi eyeshadow palettes. There are 12 eyeshadows in this one, 10 in the L'Oreal one, so you get more bang for your buck with this one. The palette may look cheap, but the quality of the eyeshadows is amazing. They're just like MAC, and well, they're as good as every other palette that you can think of. They're amazing, and I love this palette. I do have quite a few looks with this palette, but they're quite old, so. And then the last thing for the beginners is a mascara. Now, any mascara will do. This is the L'Oreal Miss Mega Volume Mascara. Any mascara is great. Mascaras you don't need to spend too much money on because all mascaras are just as good as each other. Some higher end mascaras are better than some other low end one, but no matter what, you're always going to have a drugstore mascara that's going to be awesome. And so all drugstore brands have a number of mascaras. Like L'Oreal probably have 8, 9 or 10 mascaras in their collection. Revlon have 5. Maybelline have maybe 5 or so. So yeah, all drugstore brands have mascaras that you can use. So either a waterproof mascara or just a normal one. They're just as good as each other, except if you plan on crying or going to the beach or something like that, a waterproof one is a lot better. I don't think I actually own a waterproof mascara in my own collection. In my freelance makeup collection I do, but for my own collection I don't. There's no point. I hope you guys enjoyed this beginner's makeup kit. I hope it gave you guys some options into what you can buy yourself or what you can use. You don't need that much makeup for a flawless makeup look. All you need is foundation or CC cream or BB cream, concealer, a pressed powder if you want it. You don't need a pressed powder. With colour you can always just go for a translucent one, but a coloured one has more uses. A blush, setting powders, even if you go for a contour kit instead of like a setting powder just by itself, fine with me. Eyeshadows can be whatever you want with colours. Brows, all you need is like a brow gel with fibres and that's it. And then a mascara, and that's all you need. Did I say concealer? You need concealers. That's a must. But yeah, that's all you need for a full makeup kit. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this beginner's makeup kit, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you liked it as much as I liked doing it for you guys, then please subscribe to my channel, because it means so much to me when you guys subscribe to me. And if you guys want to see any more beginners sort of makeup videos, then just leave me a comment below and I will surely do them for you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thanks guys. Bye.